So, on this twin flame journey, you get to a point where the pain is so intense and there's nowhere to go. And you get to the point where you have to release them. You have to release the want for more. You have to release that obsession. You have to release it because it is petrifying you. It is turning you into, it is literally petrifying you, where you can't do anything else. You can't focus on anything else. It brings you to such a point of shaking that it's almost like it implodes and explodes, where you can't hold that vibration any longer. There's just too much pain in it. There's too much yearning, longing, and it takes over your whole being. And at some point it pushes you to like a brink. It pushes you to a place where you have to release. It is something that I am feeling like happens on its own. It's something that you are being led to when you begin to allow and hope for the release. Then the release starts coming through. And with that release, that is the awakening. That is why the twin flame journey forces us through this awakening, because if you can release your counterpart, release the need, and I don't mean it doesn't have to be a release in the physical world. It doesn't have to be. I'm not saying how it looks in this 3D mode, but release them within your mind. Release the expectation. Release any kind of expectation that you put on them. Release any kind of uh, you have to be with me, any kind of how things are supposed to be. You have to be able to fully release, because once you fully release, you can also have that authentic, unconditional love towards them. And until you release, you can't. That love for them is very severely conditioned. It is, that's what's causing us all the pain, is that you don't want them to go with somebody else, or you don't, or you want them to be next to you, or you expect them to answer some of your needs, or all sorts of things. Um, and when we are able to get to a point of releasing them, then it's like everything is released. Because if we can release this thing that we want the most in the world, the thing that causes us the most yearning and takes over our whole being, and if we can release that, then we can release anything. And then it makes us rise into this state of just being, because we're not holding on in any place anymore. And that's how this twin flame journey pushes us into the spiritual awakening and into the now. If you can release them, once that is where it is. It's in surrendering into it, surrendering, releasing them, releasing. And once you do that, everything is released. Every place that you are holding, every expectation, everything is small. When you get on this twin flame journey, everything else becomes like minuscule. It becomes it's amazing how we discover our superpowers, because things that used to like take a whole drama week to build up for me to do, now I just do with my pinky on the side, because I'm so far into this journey and into the emotional parts of it. A lot of the things that used to make me afraid, or used to cause me to um, hunger or insecurities, now are just like, okay, they're like a den on the side. It's a non-issue. And so I see how the progression of this journey, and the rising, and now with the releasing, I have those moments of pure release. And now I understand that where I am right now is still coming down into the knowing. I'm going through it. I'm right now. This is probably the most intense time on this journey. It is the most intense time on this journey that I have had, but um, it seems like for a few months now I've kind of been on a plateau. Kind of the energy was bearable. Things were It was just kind of rolling along and a little bit easier. And then all of a sudden, today's Tuesday, on Friday, all of a sudden I hit a brick wall, and thrown back down into days of just inner inner work, really. Just we call it the dark night of the soul, but that's just words. It's just words. It's like this burning out, this major pain that's still in there, and comes up to the surface all at once, and then it starts pushing you past the pain. So that is how this twin flame journey pushes us through the spiritual awakening. If we can awaken from this and come out of it, we have to come out stronger the other side. There is no choice. You can't get stuck in that intensive pain for that long. It has to, and it comes to the point where you can't take that pain anymore and push it down. It just won't. There's nowhere for it to go. There's no stories you can tell yourself to dampen it. There's no stories you can either. There's no story big enough. It's like all of the stories have been depleted. There's nowhere to run to. Now it's just you stuck there in that pain, unless you decide to rise above it and get over it, and then you come out into the now. So, and in the now is the pure bliss. It's the enlightenment. It's the coming into the knowing that you are divine and of divinity, and in that place of pure bliss. So that's where we're headed on this. It's we're leading the way. We're actually like plowing the way. But I want more with ease now, with ease. It seems like also with the letting go of the twin flame journey thingy-majig. I don't even like calling it that, but letting go of it. I'm also letting go of I can't fight anymore, and it's just like I'm not willing to worry anymore, and I just everything. I had a conversation with God, and I said, okay, if I'm going through this, then everything from here on out is easy. It, I'm. I know it's life, and not everything has, but everything from here with ease. I'm not willing to fight, fight for outcomes. Fight. I'm not willing. It's, I'm letting go and flowing through it. That's where I am. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I if you'd like more personal, you can join me on Patreon. So thank you.